is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today.
Hey guys, today is the 7-year anniversary of Mini Superheroes Today. 7 years ago today, in 2015, I created the Mini Superheroes Today Instagram page with a challenge in mind to create a new piece of content every single day, and I've kept that streak going unbroken for 7 years today. It's been quite the journey, and so in today's video, I wanted to tell you 4 things I've learned along the way that really have helped shape me into who I am, not just as a LEGO content creator, but as a man. And in addition to that, I really hope that these lessons will help you, whether you want to become a content creator, with your career, with your life. I kind of wanted to pull back the curtain and really tell you about, what my life has been like as a content creator, and kind of give you a video that you don't often see from content creators, and just tell you everything about the behind the scenes journey. So in order for me to tell you this story the full way, I need to go back to where things started. So it was March of 2015, back before Age of Ultron even came out, to tell you how long ago it was. And I was a freshman at Belmont University here in Nashville, Tennessee, where I still live, and I was going through a really difficult time in my life. There may be another time to tell that story, but I was really struggling to figure out who I was in the world, who I wanted to be, where I fit in, and just adjusting to, growing up and going to college. It was just a very difficult time. I realized that something I had a passion for was social media, which at the time was still, in my opinion, really up and coming and new and kind of uncharted waters. So I realized that the best way to learn anything in life is just by jumping in and doing it. And so I created an Instagram page, and I challenged myself to post a new photo every single day on Instagram. I figured that by doing that, I would learn video editing skills, photo editing skills. I would learn content creation, how to batch content, which means making lots of it ahead of time. I would learn the algorithms, hashtags. I figured there was really no downside, and it'd just be a fun challenge. Sometimes when you're in a difficult place in life, you need a motivator or a goal to help get you out of that, and I hope that Mini Superheroes Today would be that for me. I never imagined it would turn into what it is today, where it's basically my entire life, but at the same time, I really wouldn't have it any other way. So, March of 2015, I start posting on Instagram, and I'm learning hashtag theory, and back then it really mattered what time of day you posted, and I was just learning. It was a great journey. It was so much fun, and, I was literally just taking pictures of the 7 or 8 figures that I had with me at school, and they ended up being the full, roster for Mini Superheroes Today. Like I said, that was right before Age of Ultron came out, so as it was picking up some steam. I remember the first time I posted something that got 100 likes. I remember getting 100 followers and thinking, oh my God, it's getting big time now. I really thought that things were taking off, and, that's great. It was all part of the journey. I never expected that it would get to 250,000 people across 3 platforms that it is as of this video, but again, that's part of the journey, and that's kind of some of the lessons we'll talk about here in just a moment. Age of Ultron was a huge booster jetpack for my page. It helped bring in a lot of new followers and momentum. And then, of course, as you look at the movies that came after it, you've got Civil War, all kinds of great movies leading all the way up to Avengers Infinity War, Endgame, and even up to today. The momentum for superhero content online has just gotten bigger and bigger. The Lego Marvel theme has gotten better and better. Of course, I love DC as well. I cover Star Wars content too, but, of course, we all know that Marvel is kind of my main focus here on the channel. So fast forward to 2018, 3 years into the Mini Superheroes Today journey, I started posting here on YouTube just before Infinity War came out. And kind of like Age of Ultron, it was just the right place at the right time with the right content that people were looking for. And it really helped blow up my channel with, purist customs of like Thor from Infinity War and Star-Lord. Some of those videos to this day are some of my biggest ones. And I'm super grateful for that all these years later. So fast forward to now, like I mentioned before, there's 250,000 people that are a part of the Mini Superheroes Today community across TikTok, Instagram, and here on YouTube. It's pretty amazing, and I'm so grateful that you're a part of it because you're watching this video. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, now's a good time to do that. But I wanted to talk about 4 big lessons. I mentioned it earlier in the video that, I've learned across the Mini Superheroes Today journey. And if you are an aspiring content creator, it doesn't even have to be in the LEGO space. if you want to own a small business, if you want to get into being an author, a speaker, whatever crazy dream it is that you have, I just kind of wanted to share 4 insights that I've learned that really have helped me navigate the waters and, get through all the craziness that is being a content creator and an influencer. So in an article from The Sun, there's a pretty crazy statistic that 1 out of 3 kids today want to be a YouTuber, and 1 out of 5 kids want to be a blogger or a vlogger. When I was growing up, I didn't expect that I would be either of those things, and yet I'm both of them, a vlogger and a YouTuber. So I really feel that these lessons I want to share are applicable, especially because I know that there is a significant amount of young people that watch these videos. And again, whether you want to be a YouTuber, blogger, vlogger, whatever, I just really hope that these lessons, inspire you. All right, so the first lesson is called Nobody Will Take You Seriously Until They Do. Back when I started Mini Superheroes Today in 2015, you have to remember that I was a freshman in college. I was still worried about making new friends, meeting girls, getting internships and stuff like that. And although I wear it on my sleeve now, proudly that I'm a Lego content creator, back then, honestly, I was kind of embarrassed about it. Maybe you guys relate, maybe you're embarrassed to talk about Lego at school because you're afraid of getting bullied or something. There's lots of different ways that feeling can apply to people, but for me, I ran Mini Superheroes Today incognito for years. In fact, some of my closest friends didn't even know that I was running it. I just was enjoying the process of learning social media, and eventually it got so big that it was honestly kind of hard to contain my secret identity, if you will. So I ended up letting it out, and it's been great because it's been able to introduce my music fans to my Lego side and my Lego fans, if you will, to my music side, among other things. So it's been really awesome. And again, the lesson is nobody takes you seriously until they do. I remember in the early days when I told people I was creating a Lego Instagram page, people used to kind of make fun of that and be like, oh, what do you want to do with that? Blah, blah, blah. But now, Lego's gotten more popular since then, too. That's a nice plus. But now people are like, oh my God, that's so cool. I wish I could do that. How would I get started with that? And hopefully they watch this video so they could get some of those takeaways. But the point being is, when you have 20 followers, when you have 100 followers, when you have 200 followers, whatever, there are going to be people that just don't take you seriously and don't understand your vision and don't see it for what you see it to be. Whatever you want your end goal to be, there are going to be people, friends, family, co-workers, schoolmates that just don't get it, and they may put you down, they may make fun of you, but if you believe in yourself and you believe in the vision that you're trying to put out, you just need to take that best step forward and go for it, because believe me, all of the best things in life are on the other side of getting out of your comfort zone and taking a chance. So a big thing is to be consistent. If you have a goal that you want to reach, whether it's getting 1 million subscribers or whether it's monetizing a YouTube channel, writing a book, creating anything that you want to do, consistency is key. Show up every day, put in a little bit of work. A little bit of work across a whole month adds up to a whole lot of work, and give what you can when you can, and I promise you that you'll arrive exactly where you're supposed to be, exactly when you're supposed to be there, if you stay dedicated to your goal. All right, so lesson number 2 is to find a consistent workflow for yourself. You have to stay committed, guys. If you post once a month on Instagram or, once every 6 weeks on TikTok, I promise you it's not going to grow into something sustainable, but maybe that's not what you want. You have to clearly define your goals. That's a big one, too. But the big thing here is consistency. Of course, with Mini Superheroes Today, I challenged myself to posting on Instagram every single day. Here I am 7 years later, I'm still doing it, plus pretty much daily uploads on YouTube and, at least one upload a week or so on TikTok. I'm not as consistent over there, but, again, I set a goal of consistency of every day on Instagram and now every day on YouTube. And for the most part on YouTube, I hit that, and 7 years on Instagram, going strong. So, I wanted to build this into something sustainable. It's certainly gotten there, but it came with consistency. Now, if I had it to do all over again, posting every single day has been a real grind. Honestly, I've never really felt burnt out, like that I don't want to do it anymore. But it's definitely a grind, Sometimes, like if you're going on vacation, you got to make all your content before you go on vacation and then have it all ready to schedule or post it yourself while you're gone. So it's a dedication for sure. But I don't know if maybe I would have done every single day if I knew what that would look like 7 years later. But the point of this is giving you lessons to learn. The lesson to take away from this is find something that works for you. Maybe every day works for you. Maybe once a week works for you. You got to figure that out yourself. But I promise you that if you're consistent and you continue to show up, things will grow and you'll find your style. And eventually, you'll find people that jive with that and things will continue to grow. So speaking of finding a style, my third lesson is how important it is to find a niche. Now, you could argue that the Mini Superheroes Today niche is Lego, but I would argue it's even further down the rabbit hole than that. Yes, my niche is Lego, but it's with a Lego Marvel focus, and especially here on YouTube, it's a lot of purist custom minifigures. So that's my niche. A lot of younger YouTubers or content creators that just get started that I'm talking to say, what do I do to grow my following? How do I get more followers, more subscribers? And I always say to take the 5 YouTubers, Instagrammers, TikTokers that you follow the most closely and write out what it is specifically that they do. To pick on myself, for example, if you're looking at my YouTube channel, you could say I cover Lego Marvel videos with an emphasis on Lego purist customs. That's pretty accurate. So, okay, you write that down for me and then pick maybe 4 other YouTubers, Instagrammers, TikTokers, whatever, and figure out what it is that they do. And really study that list and look at what those people do and then do none of those things. Now, I know that that's kind of a subversion, but let me explain. If you look at it, there's already people that are doing those things and are filling that space. That's not to say there's not room for you to do it, but you can't do exactly what those people do because that need is already being filled. So, for example, I've said on my channel many times that I think a criminally underutilized niche in the Lego YouTuber space is alternate builds. If you go to a store and you buy this random Lego set, I don't even know what I'm grabbing. Yeah, this is like an old R2-D2 set. Maybe this is a really bad example, but go to a store, buy a Lego set, and build something completely different out of that set using the same pieces. I just feel like there's nobody that's really doing that pretty consistently, and that's a really good niche. So maybe you want to take that idea and run with it. But the idea is you want to fulfill a corner of whatever industry you're getting into that isn't already being filled. Maybe you're an author, so write a style or a type of book that nobody else is writing. Maybe you want to get into public speaking. Pick a topic that nobody else is speaking on, right? You want to be known for something specific, and basically the best way to do that is to pick something really unique to you that nobody else is doing yet, and if you do it well, it's kind of like the field of dreams, baby. Build it and they will come. And the final lesson I've learned is that getting started is more important than how you get started. If you really want to take the time and scroll all the way back to my original Instagram posts, they're pretty bad. They're not good. The photo quality is low. The colors are weird. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I got started, and that was more important than how I got started. So if you're getting started on YouTube, I'm willing to bet that your first couple videos are going to be pretty bad. If you're getting started on TikTok, like I'm talking like you've never made a piece of content before, I'm willing to bet that your first several pieces of content are not going to be very good. But most people think about what they're going to do and they dream about what they're going to do and they talk about it, but they don't actually do it. There's a lot of dreamers out there, but there are very few doers. And if you want to be a doer and, build an empire for yourself, if you will, and build whatever it is that you want. Again, if you want to start a small business, if you want to be a YouTuber. It applies to anything in life, but there's that old quote that says, if you want different results, you have to do things that other people aren't doing. Put another way, to get different results from everybody else, you have to do different things from everybody else. And that kind of encapsulates all the lessons that I talked about here with, finding a niche and doing something a little bit different that hasn't been offered yet. Or, consistency, finding a style, right? Like taking all of these things to heart is a great way to start your career as an entrepreneur, as a YouTuber, as a content creator, whatever it is that you want to do. So I hope that this video has found you well. I hope that you walk away from this feeling inspired. If you don't already follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I would really appreciate that. I've got merchandise linked down below if you want to buy a Mini Superheroes Today t-shirt or pillow, or I've got all kinds of cool merchandise there that supports the channel. And of course, I also have a P.O. box address, and I'm going to do something very special if you've waited and watched this video to this point. If you write me a letter to my P.O. box and you mention that you watched this video, I'm going to send everybody a little gift back that does that. I'm going to keep that open, let's say, for 3 months from today. So 3 months from March 19th, 2022. I'll give you a little secret that one of the things I'll give away is one of these Mini Superheroes Today custom bricks, but that's not the only thing I'll include in there. But it's going to be a secret, so if you write to me, you could write whatever you want. Maybe I'll do a fan mail reading video about all of it. But like I said, 3 months from today, that offer stands. I'll send you some cool stuff, but you have to mention that you watched this video. If you don't mention it, I won't send the cool stuff. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for being a part of the Mini Superheroes Today journey. You have changed my life. You have opened doors for me that I never thought would be possible. And if you've watched this video to this point and you're not subscribed yet, I would really encourage you to do so. But if this is where we part ways and, I don't ever come across your radar again, I hope that, you work hard. I hope that all your dreams come true. And I hope that you stay laser focused on what it is that you want, because I promise you it's out there and it's ready to be had, but you've got to put in the work to get it. So thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys on the next video. Happy 7 years to Mini Superheroes Today, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Well, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out one of my other videos listed here.